Get me out of work and I'll have a great day. Sure. Here, you know what? I hit my face on the alert thing. Quick, tell work I can't say your grandfather. Tell work you found an old man who poked out their eye like an idiot and you have to go take care of them. Yeah, you're just being a good Samaritan. You have to leave work because, I mean, you have to help the old man get to the hospital. There you go. Yeah. Okay, we can still see. But yeah, I saw somebody say you should move this thing as it kind of hits eye level now. Yeah, Legatus didn't used to bump it as much as I do. It's definitely going to have a very specific location to go once we move to the forest. Because obviously there's an actual sheep pile built into the forest's background. So we know exactly where the sheep are going to fall into. It's going to be great. You got the Toady buff? Yeah. I mean, I've always had the Toady buff. This is part of the reason that even before I had, like, my issues, I hated planes and buses and trains. Forget, like, man spreading. Being 6'3", it's just, like, and naturally broad-shouldered and shit. Like, I always, like, was embarrassed that I was taking up more than half of a seat. It was always, like, I cram myself into the corner as much as I can and try to hide myself as much. My knees are always jammed underneath the seat of the person in front of me. It was just, no wonder I had so many cramps when I was young. Now that, oh my god. That's why the cramps stopped when I left London. I stopped riding around in stupid fucking buses that aren't built for tall people. Every morning I would get on a bus and cram myself into a side and jam my knees under a seat. That's why I was getting thigh cramps. Shit, it all comes together. Wow. I've learned something today. Painful? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't super painful. I mean, it was more of like an embarrassment thing than anything. Obviously, when people weren't like... when the bus was like less empty, I would just like expand the fuchan. I would man spread, and because you man spread, you don't have to like shove your knees under the thing. You could sit a bit more like into the middle of the chair and like open up your legs, and then they're not like straight forward, so they're, you know, they're spread to the side. You don't have to jam them under the seat. You can keep them split. But yeah, once people started getting on, I always just hated that feeling of like, oh, I'm so big. I need to get out of the way. I don't want people to think I'm being rude. But at the same time, I'm just tall, man. I'm just tall and broad. I can't help it. In planes, it's the worst. Because, I mean, the main plane journey I used to make was between America and the UK, which is thankfully not like the 12-hour plane journeys that some are, but it's like a good, like, 7 to 8 hour journey. And at that point, it's just like 7 to 8 hours shoved into an even smaller seat than on London buses, which, yeesh.